you know what this means, dude. You gotta snap on 5.
Gotta snap.
Here we go.
We gotta snap with the let's go! Hey all, Binks here. Back again with part 2 of my amazing co-op with Ben Brode. We played a really fun and spicy Negative Thanos deck where we were trying to play Mr. Negative and then draw our negative cards with our stones. It was a lot of fun. We didn't do too much winning, but we had some amazing conversations here. And make sure to stay through to the end because the last game was an absolute banger. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/binks_plays. Enjoy. You peace. So chat, if you're wondering, this deck that we're going to be switching over to is a Negative Thanos deck. So it's a Thanos deck with all the stones, but we also have all these different incorporations of a negative deck as well. The reason being is that we once we get negative in hand, we want to save up our stone.
Oh no! What's the game plan again? Remind me.
All right, game plan is we're going to beat him with District X cards. That's the best way to do it. We even got Maria Hill. Let's go, Maria Hill. Look at this little snapping.
Every time we do this thing where we're testing out new cards and they were like, okay, everyone has an assignment. You're gonna build an Echo deck. You're gonna build a whatever, it's like all the cards are like dealt out to people. And then every time we get into a game, it's like District Decks. We're like, damn it! And then all this time building this deck.
Very Maria Hill centric game. Oh, we can binks them. Let's go. We can binks them.
The return
of the binks. Okay. Darkhawk's actually pretty good when District X hits.
Oh yeah.
Because you get a couple extra cards in the deck.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking just Mr. Fantastic here. I don't, or just a Mr. Sinister just for 4. You get the Luke Cage down just in case, but it's kind of just a
one of the people with a signifier or a title.
One of the misters or
doctors or
women's or yeah.
Thor. That helps your Darkhawk. That's better. They hooked you up.
They did. They buffed our Darkhawk, chat. Pog.
Very nice.
I mean, with it being a random deck, usually I'm very scared of Shang-Chi, but I think we just ripped the Darkhawk here.
Yep.
Maybe we get him scared to not want to play there, and then we sneak a Heimdall in there as well.
Oh yeah.
Lots of possibilities.
Oh, that's good with Heimdall. Oh my god!
The unhinged audacity of our opponents.
Wow!
And then they stop my Iron Man Heimdall play. What is going on?
That is amazing. Wow.
Holy Ben, what is going on tonight, man?
Wow. Well, they earned it. They did
earn that one, man.
That's incredible.
The Echo Darkhawk was devastating, dude.
Ooh.
That
is
GG's old school Drew. Good for you. Let's find another question, let's get some banter going. All right, Ben, so this is another one. I know you talked about this a little bit when you had your interview with Cozy Snap, which I really enjoyed. Look up Cozy Snap Ben Brode on Google if you guys want to see that. It was a really, really awesome conversation between them. But I just need to hear at least one more interesting story about your time doing underground rock, paper, scissors tournaments under bridges.
Oh, yeah.
It was just amazing. If you want to just give like a little bit of like a breakdown of like what it was, if people haven't seen anything about it from your GDC talk or from the Cozy talk, and then just give us like one interesting story from it. I think people would love that. It's so cool.
Okay, yeah, sure. So buddy of mine, whose like stage name was DJ Rubik's Cubed, he was like a DJ. He invited me to. He did this rock paper scissors tournament in LA under a freeway overpass. He said it was like incredible, and he won that competition, and so he was gonna go back next year. So they had this thing where like the winner of the previous year could defend their title the next year. They come in, they like there's a whole tournament. The winner plays the winner from the last year. So he was like, "You have to come. This was an incredible thing." The person he fought against was Da Burgla, who ever comes in costume, and so he had like a ski mask with like one eye hole cut out, and he had like, and they let you make a video about, man, did you get the mask off before he cosmoed you?
Oh, he cosmoed me, dude.
Wow, this is like an unbelievable stream. This is I think this is like it's just over and over and over again. It's just getting
devastated.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they can't get to Luke's bar. We got a free win there. They probably don't have Ultron in the deck. They made like a video for Da Burgla where like, you know, like a kind of a training montage. She comes out, my buddy who like made it through the preliminary rounds, beats Da Burgla. He's the defending champion. And so me and a bunch of friends and him went out the next year and competed in the tournament, and he got to defend his title that year. And so, I think one of us brought like a shaky cam. You know, this is like before cell phones or whatever. This is like a long time ago, and it was incredible. It was hundreds and hundreds of people onto this freeway overpass. They had a DJ. They had like food carts, like hot dog carts, or it was before food trucks. And I participated in the amateur tournament, but I went multiple rounds. I beat the tourist. I went as the lumberjack because the trusty flannel.
Yeah, and it's interesting because they when they do the tournament. They have a referee. There's a circle on the ground. There's a ref dressed up like a ref with a whistle. He holds both players' hands. It goes and throw, and then you go 1, 2, 3, shoot. So and then if it's obviously tie, you go again. And otherwise, it's like it's like best 3 out of 5.
Sure.
But before it begins, you get a minute of taunting, and it's like where you like can really get in their head. You kind of like learn who they are, right? There's like different types of people like to throw different categories of things. Like some people are like, dude, you could not imagine yourself throwing anything but rock. Like you're just kind of like that personality, you know what I mean? Like you're just like, you know, and some people are like a little bit sneakier and like, you're kind of a scissors person, you know? Like it's just like kind of get in their head a little bit. Or you could try and like fake them out, you know, by like, you know, say, you know, somebody came as Sergeant Scissors, and that's just like, okay, well they're you know, they're going to throw scissors more often, you know, so maybe you should throw rock more often against them, you know, that's kind of the vibe. And maybe knowing that, they throw paper more often because they think you're going to throw scissors more, you know.
It's like the fighting game, like levels, you know, like playing your best card versus playing around them versus them playing around them, playing around you. In perpetuity. Yeah. So it was super fun. It was a great event. I actually, I have a video of the whole event that I posted on YouTube a long time ago, but then when people started going through my YouTube channel to try to find all my own videos, they found this thing. I was like, I'm not sure I want that on there, so I marked it. I marked it private, but I captured a GIF of it and put it in my GDC talk. And I think when I showed it, people didn't even realize it was me in the GIF. They thought it was just some random person playing rock paper scissors. But it was actual footage from the rock paper scissors tournament. Whenever I beat an opponent, I yelled, "Timber!" Because it's my tagline is the lumberjack. Anyway, a lot of fun. I love that, dude. That was one of the things that, like, I opened my eyes. I was like, "What is going on? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen." Super love it. Now, you're gonna witness the power of this deck. I think this turn here.
We got negative. Negative's gone off.
So we got negative on 3, and on this turn we're gonna play.
Draw a bunch of cards.
3 cards that draw cards, and we're just
negative on 3 is like very good. Just, you know.
And then we're gonna
what happens, but this is
see what we're gonna do with the
especially
rest of the game.
Yeah.
The expansion's always a little bit scary with these things. But man, drawing cards as a Mr. Negative deck. Oh dude,
yeah.
just It just feels great, man.
Your opponent's
None of our
100%
cards
going to retreat,
crossing.
like, immediately, right? That's like, wait, did you snap yet?
Oh, I snapped before the negative
That's
came
good.
down.
That's good. That's good.
All right,
Ooh.
so I guess we could like think about playing about wave, but I'm thinking maybe we just like dinosaur here. We only have 3 spots. This is one of the things that can be a little bit annoying.
Yeah, did you play one too many stones?
Well, I think 3 is fine. Maybe we should have stuck to 2, but I think we can get this devil dinosaur out and then just kind of like to decide what we want to do on the final turn. I'm guessing like some kind of Hella deck.
Yeah, they discarded Hella already.
Oh.
Yeah.
But aren't they coded so that when Ghost Rider goes off, it hits it 100% of the time?
Oh, is it? Is that right?
I think so. Not positive. It happens to me sometimes. It is nice. It is nice when they discard the Hella though. It's good stuff. That's so cool, man. That's how old were you when that went down?
Ooh, I was living with my buddy Lee at the time, I think. So I would have been 20.
Oh, very nice. Oh, it's some OG stuff right there.
Yep.
I think we just kind of go crazy. Just play a bunch of negative cards.
Crazy. They absolutely are going to retreat here, right?
You'd think so. Now you'd think that they would retreat, but some people don't have the fear of Mr. Negative that they need. You know.
It's pretty good. What is that card? What is that card?
Destroyer. In before Destroyer.
Oh,
they had no cards in their hand. Bad. What do we call this, man?
Oh yeah, it's a casserole, baby.
A casserole. Did you see how hard that's went around now?
That's incredible.
I think we got pretty much all the other content creators saying casserole now.
We gotta change it now. We gotta come with something else.
Oh well, we haven't changed. There's a couple things. So like when there's a single time,
it's a pineapple spindrift, baby. We got
pineapple spindrift. Yeah. There's been a couple other variations. So when there's one tie, but you win the other 2, so it's not really a casserole, but you didn't lose any lanes, right? We call that a half-baked casserole. But then there's the rarest of all, Ben, which is another homage to you that we like to call it. Rarest of all is winning one lane and tying the others. One of the rarest of all victories, and that's the grilled cheese. That's the grilled cheese right there, baby.
I love it.
Which I always say is the best of all, or the rarest of all casseroles. And then I get like 6 things like casserole, grilled cheese isn't a casserole. It's like, not with that attitude, you know? Not with that attitude.
These Raptors are not ideal here for our.
Yeah, they've been a lot of locations are taking up space. I think we do play the Time Stone here, hoping that we top deck. We got 2 draws for the negative. Time Stone works really good with negative. You know, being able to get access to it on turn 4 as long as you wait till 2 to get it down. I love Thanos, man. I think that I was a bit hesitant to play a lot of Thanos because it was pretty strong for a while there, but oh boy, it's a fun card, man. It's a fun card.
Yeah, Thanos is awesome. I like this morph. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm a 3 energy Wolverine. That's fine. I'm a big fan of Worf, man. I think the Worf is a little bit underrated. We didn't need any space anyway, so that's fine. We do have our Blue Marvel and stuff. You know, we can go Blue Marvel and like Mystique things. We got options here.
Do you want to play Power Stone here?
Let's think about what we're doing. We're playing Blue Marvel on 5. Right, so then we have 4 spots, and we're gonna play Blue Marvel, so we'll have 3 spots available. Yeah, I mean, I think if we draw like another pretty good card, maybe we do want the Power Stone down. Maybe we even want it down here, and just and just take all the extra juice from it. Yeah,
I think that's right. Are we staying in for the snap?
yeah, whatever. Live a little, right? We didn't want the Mr. Negative on 5 usually anyway, so. Okay.
Wow.
I'm guessing they probably have Death in their deck. It would be my guess.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That makes Blue Marvel worse.
It do be making Blue Marvel a little bit worse. I'm thinking we could do maybe something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're losing it. Wait, do we have all the stones now? We're still missing 2 stones. Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, because
they're
could
playing
follow
everything middle.
There's the death.
All systems go.
Very interesting.
That's unfortunate. That's not great. That's not great. We really wanted that.
Not ideal. Not ideal for that. That's for dang sure. We can't really add anything to the Darkhawk. Unfortunately, the blue marble doesn't get the Darkhawk over the edge, which is what you kind of want to see there. It only gives us a tie there, and I think that
you got to bail. You got to bail,
man.
Rough.
A little bit rough. We're fighting through though. You know, you get a little bit of adversity. Okay, I have another question for you here.
Yes.
So we almost started talking about this prior to the stream starting, but we decided to keep it for the stream. But I'm interested to hear what you were doing before you started working at Blizzard, because I feel like where I guess like kind of like your career started, that a lot of people know of you as someone who helped out with Blizzard and Hearthstone. But what were you doing before that? What led you and how did you get that opportunity to start being at Blizzard?
Well, it all started with Warcraft 2. I played Warcraft 2 and I was like, I'm going to be a level designer at Blizzard someday. That was my dream. And then I forgot about that dream.
Okay. As one does sometimes.
Because it's kind of ridiculous. It's like, I'm going to be an astronaut. Like, okay, cool. But like, then you're not going to be actually. It's just like, so I went to UCI, which is the University of California at Irvine.
Okay.
Which is like a big university here. And that's where I went to school for computer science. And I didn't do very well in school. I dropped out of school. But I still lived in the area with some buddies. And one of my friends was working at a place that we called Warp G. And it was making, it was like, I didn't get paid for this place. It was not like it was like, hey, we'll take a bunch of college kids and they'll try and make a product. And if it takes off, then they'll get some stock. How much, I don't know. But that's the idea. So we're like, okay, we'll join the studio. It makes text-based, online, massively multiplayer role-playing games for mobile. And this was in the year 2000 or 2001. So it was like there was not actually mobile phones that had internet. So the market size for these games was like almost zero.
Sure.
So we didn't actually build that game because this is a group of kids who have never built a video game or mobile app trying to do both those things at an enormous scale. So we're like, okay, failure. But one of the guys who started the video game development club at UCI joined us. His name was Omar Gonzalez. And we had like way scoped down. We're like, screw it, we're gonna make a trivia game. It's just like a bunch of trivia questions. There's a high score. And he built that game basically by himself. And then, so at the same time I was working at this place, just as kind of like a fun, after school thing, I was also working at a pizza place. I was the shift supervisor at Gina's Pizza. And,
Gina's, okay.
And it was a great pizza place. So I orchestrated the deal between Gina's Pizza and Warp G, where the winner of the trivia game each night got a pizza delivered the next day. So
very cool.
We did like marketing around school, and the only person who ever wanted the pizza was Omar's girlfriend. So it was like she just got free pizza every night.
That's a good spot to be in right there.
So that was the idea, was we would like make these games together and make this company. But Omar left that company and got a job doing night crew quality assurance for Blizzard. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? That was like my lifelong dream. And it turns out Blizzard Entertainment is actually on UCI campus at this time. They had a business park in the back of UCI, and so like it was just there. It was in the business park at UCI. It was part of the campus. So it was like within walking distance of me, and I had no idea. So this was my dream from my childhood, and I was like, wait a second, you got a job at Blizzard? Like that's ridiculous. This was not like Blizzard could have been anywhere. I didn't know. I was just like fresh out of high school, looking for going to college. I didn't know it was right there. So when he got the job there, I was like, no way. And he said, you know, he was working night crew. So this is up to like, you know, they have lunch at 10 o'clock at night. In Irvine, nothing is open 10 o'clock at night. So I said, hey, look, when I shut down the restaurant at 9:30, I'll bring the last pizzas over to Blizzard, and that's you could have like a nice normal lunch, because the only other lunch place was Carl's Jr. So
plus you can start to kind of
exactly.
dig
like
in there.
Pizzas. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? I got to meet all the QA folks, and so when I applied as a game tester, they already knew who I was, and that I was maybe not crazy, and so I felt like it helped me get my foot in the doors by delivering those pizzas and by knowing Omar, of course. So yeah, that's what I was doing beforehand. I wasn't a delivery driver, but I was shift supervisor at Gina's, and I did deliver some pizzas, and I was working on games that didn't ship on Nokia phones with a bunch of friends.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's super cool, man. So what was the first thing you were doing when you were working at Blizzard? Like, what was your first quote unquote like position there?
My first position was game tester, and I tested Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne. So I was doing like, cast every spell on every monster, see how it looks. Did we win a game? Did we casserole?
We casserole them, baby.
Baby. Here we go.
You were telling me with your eyes exactly what plays to make. It was working perfectly. All your little nooks of the story went perfectly and hit everything.
What I'm seeing is as soon as I stop giving advice, we start winning. That's the. It's a pretty clear correlation there. So
the first thing you were doing there, or were you going to hire for?
So I was a game tester. So we had like bug tracking software, and I would submit bugs. And Warcraft 3 was the first thing I worked on. I worked on the Diablo 2 1.10 patch, which was pretty wild. That was a long time ago, and I was testing Uber Diablo and some of the other new features for that. There was one person working on that project at Blizzard North, and they weren't telling us anything what was going in. So we built all of our test plans off of interviews that they did with Diablo2.net. And so we would like read about how poison was changing, and we're like, okay, everybody, time to test poison, because we had literally almost no lines of communication at all with Blizzard North. So it was kind of an adventure testing Diablo 2. And so I did those things. I tested the Warcraft 3 editor for the Mac. That was another big thing I did. That's how I got into learning how to make maps and learn how to do game design stuff. So that was a big kind of boost for me in my game design journey. But eventually I became one of the environment test leads for World of Warcraft. So I spent a ton of time running into every building to make sure that the collision worked, making sure Taurens could fit through every door, making sure gnomes could jump over every log, just making sure that the environment looked correct and that there wasn't like big seams or buildings that were floating too far above the ground or things like that. So I discovered and filed more bugs than almost anyone in QA. I was very prolific. Certainly the most in the night crew. There was one guy, Mike Murphy, who had me beat on total number of bugs filed. But I think I filed something like 2,900 bugs for World of Warcraft. It was I was a very prolific bug finder.
That's a lot. What was it? Do you feel like you were just like? Do you feel like you kind of had like your nose to the grindstone? Like I want to keep moving up in this company, and that was kind of what put you over the top, or was there? Do you think that was something you just had a really big knack for? What do you think caused you to be?
I loved QA. QA is super fun. You're basically like a detective. So like, there's bugs in here. Like someone's got to find these bugs. And it's there was, especially a game like World of Warcraft, which is so wide open. Like you just never. Are you retreating?
Yeah, we got Lamentus 1 as a Thanos negative deck. It's honestly not the best role for us.
Double dinosaur, yeah.
Got a double dinosaur. We got all
some kind of double Iron Man option there that could be interesting. But yes, good choice.
We could double our 8 points, our 8 total points across all 3 lanes. I've always been pretty ambitious. I always wanted to do new stuff and learn new things. I've kind of career swapped a few times. I started in QA, then I went into like asset services, and then production, and then game design, and then leadership and management stuff. So I often try and put myself in positions where I get to learn new things quickly,
starting a new company with Hamilton was, you know, kind of a thing like that, right? Like I certainly didn't know what the heck I was doing, but partnering with Hamilton and you know, learn from him seemed like a really kind of that same thing, which is putting myself in a position where I could learn a lot. And so yeah, it wasn't about necessarily like, you know, I was really happy in QA actually. I really enjoyed QA, but I wanted to try new stuff and expand my skills.
Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, I feel like the people who move up are the ones who are like excited to do it. I mean, I think it can be really easy when you're working a job to just kind of do the bare minimum. You know, if that's just, you know, all you really care about, all you want to do, it's you know, even understandable to an extent.
Yeah,
for a lot of it.
What is it? 3 pieces of flair is the minimum amount of flair. Don't you want to?
Oh man, yeah, that's. Dude, I'm pretty okay. I think we got something rolling here. We got a lot of draw. We got Mr. Negative down on
I like
3.
the reality stone on the rickety bridge. That's nice.
And we're schmoving some things around. I think we're facing bounce, but Gerald, this is one of my favorite people on the ladder. Their name is Gerald of Galactus, the Herald of Galactus. It's a wonderful name combination. They always have this helicopter avatar.
That's incredible.
They're good people. They're good people for sure. We stand. That's
very funny. I did not expect this. So I wrote a lot of the initial titles during the game, and I was trying to make them funny. I wanted, like, the goal was to have maybe hopefully somebody reads the title and chuckles, you know. And what I did not expect is people changing their names to make them even more of a joke. That was unbelievably funny to me. Like every time like I see someone whose name is cool and their title is cool, I'm like, wow. Like there's so many great ones. This one especially is fantastic. Gerald of Galactus, Herald of Galactus. That's amazing. Just been a joy to see these incredible name title combos.
People are creative, man. I mean, I've just been, I for a very long time, I only did this leader avatar, and now I call this my blood, sweat, and tears avatar because I got the infinite border on it. But I like, some people are really funny with like matching up like their avatars with like certain things they're doing and all this other stuff. Man, dude, it's fun. You're just the Ben Brode. Ben Brode. Is it ever changed, or are you hiding your name now? Are you?
No, I'm still Ben Brode, and it's funny. I often just put my name as Ben Brode in every game I play because it's just my name. I like type your name, I type my name. And then like a lot of the time recently, I play a new game. I'm like, okay, I type your name, and it says I type in Ben Brode, and it goes, that name is taken. I'm like, you jerks! That's
the audacity.
Yeah. Someone's running around in this game with my name, and I gotta be, Ben Brode 2 or something. It's just like, it sucks.
What are they doing, man? They gotta leave. They gotta leave it open for you. It's kind of rude, honestly.
It's very rude. This feels really good. You just got this game on lock, right? You snapping?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd turn 6. I'd rather let them lull them into a false sense of security.
I see.
And
okay.
let them try and stick it out.
In here.
I am Iron Man.
One person asked, and I thought was really funny because there was the change with like the premium mystery variants where there's a specific thing where there's no pixels. So do you have a favorite pixel variant in the game? Are there any pixels that you think are much better than people?
Yeah, I love Professor X. Professor X pixel variant is just like top of the top. So good.
Ooh, Bug X. Oh, we got it. Let's go.
Woo.
Oh yeah, because I feel like the pixel is what it's kind of like the iconic X-Men 1997 animated series, like kind of
no, it's the classic wheelchair. It's not the gold floating wheelchair. It's like the actual like rolling wheelchair, but he's got this goofy smile that is just like, I think it's just hilarious.
You're a fan of
Mojo.
Mojo
is
smile, huh?
also
mustard
Mojo
blob.
good.
Yeah, little mustard blob. I'm a fan of the little mustard blob. I think that's the one I have it on there. Little blot of mustard.
Yeah, he's so good. So good. He's also got the cheeky smile. That's why I like Mojo and Professor X, is they have cheeky smiles.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Killmonger, man. I
he looks
really
sick.
like this pixel. He's kind of got like the Jason, the Jason
Yep.
kind of look to him. It's good stuff. I think that there are some that that are very nice looking. Some of them are like a little over the top, but
I like Magic. I think I use Magic's pixel variant as my default
Mhm.
Magic variant.
oh, I guess which ones which other ones? I use Swarm. I think I keep Swarm as mine. I don't mind the Swarm. It's pretty nice. There's some cursed ones though, man. Some of them kind of
Yes.
got a cursed vibe to it.
Oh, Hellcow is way up there for me.
Oh, Pixel
is-
Hellcat. Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
this one is.
Here's
think this is one of those.
here's the Professor X one.
Yeah.
We'll get-
Yeah. I wonder if do I have that card? I wonder if I have that one too. That's a nice looking card right there. Very classy. I don't have that one. I got a lot of the baby though. I got a lot of the baby with the little magento.
Oh,
hanging out with him.
Shock! I like Shocker pixel variant too.
Very interesting.
Yeah, there's a few of them I like quite a bit.
There's like G Angle. Is G Angle a group? Or is G
Yeah,
Angle?
I think so.
okay.
Yeah, I believe they're a like a studio.
Awesome. Yeah, that's that's some funny stuff. I think so. I think we want to get like maybe one or two more questions in, and we can get a couple more games. I know it's
Oh,
gonna be pretty-
Namor. Sorry, I also
Namor?
like Namor.
Oh, dude, Namor.
Here's my gold background pixel name.
Go a little to your right. A little to your right. Yeah. You got the gold background on him too?
Yeah, dude.
Ooh. Very nice.
Sorry, it's like I'm not showing it exactly correctly, but
Vulture has the Vex Pixel. It's pretty good. What's up, Paper Raiders? Welcome in. So one question I got in the Discord today I thought was really good. So I watched your GDC talk live, and a lot of us had a really good time watching it. And there was like a lot of examples of like things that you took from other mobile games, other card games, and things like that. But is there any like mobile or card game that you took inspiration from in the creation of Marvel Snap that may be like surprising, or like one small thing for something that people would probably like never put together, that you kind of took from a different game, or were inspired from a different game that maybe is a little bit less either notable or expected?
Let's see. I'm looking through. I played a lot of games. I think I have a slide of like all the games that I played.
You said you went
on...
and did every game in the space basically to get it.
Yes,
an understanding of it.
think I hit every digital mobile collectible card game before like starting real work on Snap. Like one of the ones I really liked. It was really interesting, actually. I don't know that this game was a big inspiration, but Mabinogi Duel.
Mabinogi Duel
by Nexon. I'm loading it up here. I don't even know if it still works. I would not say this was a big inspiration, but I thought, like, I'm a pretty anti. I had a slide about this in my GDC thing. I'm pretty anti like storytelling. If the story's not good, like if the story's bad, this game doesn't look like it's working. I think it's must have been shut down a long time ago.
But back then it was huge.
It's dead. But this game, Mabinogi Duel, I think successfully told a compelling story in a collectible card game.
Interesting.
I could not believe it. I was like, oh god, they're trying to tell a story, and then I was like, wait a second, what's happening right now? This is wild. It was just like they did everything I like in storytelling. It was incredible mysteries. The characters were doing really interesting things in a card game. I didn't like enjoy the gameplay of the card game very much, but I was like, holy cow, this is an incredible feat of like this is not easy to do, man. Like card games don't have like that much space for storytelling, I think, in general.
Well,
another
I feel like
game.
So many people just want to jump. I'm definitely that person who's just like, get this lore out of my face.
Yes,
give me the mechanics.
What
give me the
what are you
mechanics.
doing?
Give me. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 6 pages of dialogue, and I'm like, nobody get. And usually the dialogue's trash, right? The dialogue is like, oh no, you've done it again. There's a big bad thing happening. We need to do the good thing to stop the bad. And I'm like, oh my god.
Google top 3 like story tropes, and then just like put those like through the blender. Like
a Mabinogi duel, man. I was like, I have to know what's happening here. This is crazy. Okay, I didn't finish the story though, so obviously it was like, who knows how good it was. So the one that was, I thought, the most interesting was it's also no longer around. Card Monsters 3-minute duels. They just rebooted it in China. It's originally a Chinese game. I like went super hard in this game. I hit like the top of the ladder. I was like just dominating everybody in this thing. It was really interesting because it had like every feature. So it was really useful from the perspective of like, how does like, how do social features work in card games? They had multiple decks, like 6-card decks or something, or 8-card, or maybe more than that. But like they had small decks, which I thought was really nice. That was definitely one of the inspirations for our small deck size.
8-card decks, huh? Like really small. Wow.
Yeah, let me check. But they had 2 decks, so you mix them together. It was sort of, you got to choose which deck you drew from. See if I can find some screenshots. Maybe they have it online. But it was really interesting. It was incredibly full featured. I loved their live ops support. I thought it was a very inspiring game.
It's very interesting. You don't really hear about, I would say, like story-driven card games like that, like nearly ever. And that's cool. It sounds like fun. Are you ready for this insane play that we're about to do?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at these incredible decks from Card Monsters. Okay. What are we doing? What's going on? Oh, I like the Iron Man. Wow. That's a lot of cards. Wow. Here we go.
I think we're probably gonna ruin their life. I think
that's right.
I think they're gonna play a simple MODOK and be not very happy with their choice to play a simple MODOK here.
Got him.
Oh, it's just the Chavez.
Even worse.
Poor little Chavez.
Poor Chavez.
They did avoid the casserole, though.
Oh, disappointing.
I will say,
you might as well have conceded.
Might as well. I do love me turning off some limbo, man. I think that turning off limbo is one of the most satisfying things to do in this game.
You know who turns off limbo?
Who turns off limbo?
Legion.
Or he makes 3 of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
this game is going to turn 7 no matter what, dude. No matter what you want to do, this game is going to turn 7.
Can you imagine though, like Legion there, and then you had the Reality Stone, and then you get the
like
Legion
Reality Stone, Scarlet Witch, Rhino, like on all 3 lanes on turn 6. Oh man, that would be the world's craziest highlight right there. Hey, it's your best friend. It's CheeseButt69.
Hey, what's up, Mr.
What
Butt?
up, Mr. Butt? Yeah, Mr. Butt's his father. Okay, let's be reasonable here. Oh man, that's cool stuff, man. Did you what would you say are some like your like overarching takeaways from playing like every? I mean, I guess it's probably a much different scene here because that was what 5 years ago that I'm sure you were in kind of like the deep R&D phases of Snap. What was there anything that was like really surprising about the space to you, or like really different that you weren't like necessarily expecting from going through everything?
I guess I really did like the verticality of Card Monsters 3-minute duels. Like I loved playing because Hearthstone was landscape, and Card Monsters and Clash Royale were vertical, and it wasn't clear to me that we would be able to do that. It's a challenging restriction for a card game to restrict yourself to a vertical aspect ratio. But after seeing Card Monsters, I was like, okay, there's like someone has done this. So like we should, that's like a thing that we can potentially achieve as well. And the cards were like reasonably sized. I could tap on the cards, like it was, it did some smart stuff. Oh my.
I'm pretty sure we just destroyed their Human Torch for them, which they were going to do anyway.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. We saw an ARG. That's like encouraging.
Is it, or are they just trying to do some psychic damage?
It's on brand.
It feels like that's a little bit of oh no, oh no, they're gonna quick fix. No. Just
Not
play
the
some like
Briar
Sherry on
Patch.
Camertage or something. You know, but they still have to draw the card, right? You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly with seeing Venom here now, 100%. That was they're playing Phoenix, right? 100%.
But imagine if they don't have the Taskmaster. Have we thought about this? The possibilities of that? That could be a thing. So what are your thoughts here? I mean, we can obviously negative now, but we can even negative in Time Stone now, which is pretty appealing to me, actually. Then we get 2 negative cards for next turn.
That's pretty juicy.
I think it might be our best chance because I think we're in some trouble if I were to.
So he's got a Phoenix now and then move and cast next turn. That's like the most dangerous thing that could happen to us, right?
Yeah, it's looking like a Phoenix move task is what we're a bit scared about.
Well, we gotta get some good negative draws here.
That
was good.
They booped us. Thank you for the boop.
Dark Arc's good. There's Phoenix. Does he get the double? Did we destroy anything else, or it's just that one? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think because the second trigger would happen after the Phoenix Force is already transformed. So I imagine we're fine there. Okay, so I'm definitely, I have an expectation that a Taskmaster is coming down if I were the opponent. I'm also a little bit scared to play this Morph because they have destruction cards in their deck. But I think we have some plays here. We can go like Morph. We can go maybe like a Darkhawk here because we know they're almost certainly moving the Human Torch.
Iron Man middle.
Iron Man middle, and it probably never blows up because you just believe. We throw the Zabu in there too.
Yep.
Seems like the best shot we got here.
Pretty good.
Ooh. I think as long as this Iron Man stays alive, I think we're gonna be okay here.
Yeah, Iron Man's pretty good.
Don't die.
Here we
Don't
go.
die. Please don't die. Don't die. Please don't die. Do it. No! Why do bad things happen to good people, Ben?
That's very sad.
Oh God, dude, it's just been game after game of this.
That is yeah. My condolences, Binks. Thank you for playing on your account and not my account. This is
the pain. Did you do some tinkering with Danger Room in the back end because?
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. Before every time I come on here, I'm like, listen, guys, flip the big switch. Let's go.
Hey, Binks is playing. So let's 25. Twos looks like sevens in many ways.
The real secret here. This is a backdoor we threw in just for a couple folks on the Snap team. Okay. If when you play a card of Danger Room, if you like trace the edges of the location real gently and like soft, then play a card, it'll never destroy the card.
Yo, I'm excited to try that out.
That's a secret. Not many people know it. It's still like a 5% chance, but it's not 25% chance.
Okay. So when it does blow you up, it's just that.
Just gotta give it a little rub. Just a little bit of just to warm it up.
That's like what's the Pokemon, like the Game Boy Pokemon. If you hold B at the right time, you always catch it. You always catching the ball. Oh man, that is good stuff. Well, I know we're getting close to time. I know it's getting late. You want to do last one, best one? You think's here?
Yeah, let's do it. We got this one. I feel really good about it.
I'm feeling really good too. I mean, I think that we've had a little bit of problems. Sometimes you're messing with the Danger Room levers in the background, but I think overall we've been playing pretty darn.
You see Danger Room? Don't forget
to coddle it all nice and sweet like.
Tinker's Workshop. All right.
Okay, I think we hold the best here. We can get some more value out of this, right?
I don't have that amount of restraint, Binks. I see Bast, I see Iron Man, I throw down.
You're Bast on one kind of guy.
I like the Bast on one, yeah. Maybe it's not good.
Well, see, then we wouldn't have gotten the +3 power on the Morph.
factual. Yeah, in this case, it turned out to be better.
You always got to think about getting that extra power in the morph that doesn't hold on to his power whatsoever. It's good stuff, man.
It did that one game. It did that one game.
What if it gets Cosmoed, man? You never know. Oh, we're missing a Ben. Oh, okay. There we go. And look at this. We got our extra juicy bishop here. No Mr. Negative in sight, but we don't have to be worried about that. Ben, how come Asteroid M?
Look at that. Here you go. It might make the difference.
Might make all the difference. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I always get confused about this. When you're going like Reality Stone, Time Stone, do you always go the card first to be safer in case it's like a blowy uppy location? Or do you even because I always like toss around in my mind like, but what if it's Kamartage? What if it doubles it? You know, what if it's a card what if it's Shuri's Lab? You know, maybe it gets even bigger.
I feel like I would do it the opposite. I think I would go Reality Stone second.
Well, now we have 5 rocks in our deck, which is really exciting. We already had stones in the deck, but now we have rocks.
Wow.
And we did draw 2 of them already. And we did draw 3 of them already.
You know what this means, dude. You gotta snap on top 5.
Gotta snap.
Here we go.
We gotta snap with the let's go! Sometimes when you draw 3 rocks, if you got the power of Ben Brode on your side, you just have to click that snap button, ladies and gentlemen. You simply must click the snap button.
It's so good.
Oh man, what a. I mean, if you could ask me the best way to end hanging out with Ben Brode, man. Boy, snapping with a fistful of rocks. It's just a little different, doesn't it?
Oh my god! Every time, it works so good.
Well, Ben, thank you so much for taking some time to come hang out on the stream, man. Every time, dude, I just have such a blast sitting and chatting with you and just playing games in the background, but just to really talk. I mean, I think that you have like so much experience in the gaming industry and just such like a wealth of knowledge for understanding these card games. And I think it's really, really cool to have people see that kind of perspective that's, you know, a little bit more just kind of like open and chatting about it. So from the bottom of my heart, man, thank you again for coming out. Thank for you and the amazing team at Second Dinner for making Marvel Snap the game that I say is, you know, one of the best games ever made. I think it's truly something special. And I'm super happy to be a part of it. Anything you want to say to the community or any last words before we end here?
Thank you, Binks. I really appreciate you inviting me on, man. It's always a ton of fun. I really enjoy playing games with you and chatting. It's great. Please invite me back again. I would love to come back and play some more games sometime.
Of course, man. I mean, like I said, man, always an open offer. We'll I've thought about you know, I almost planned it for today, but I think that doing like a hand and brain style thing would be really cool if we like kind of sit down and then like one person says the cards to play, the other person actually has to like choose the plays to make.
Interesting.
I think next time we have you on, we'll find some like fun ways to do some cool co-op and Snap that'll be really interesting. But yeah, man, thank you so much. And yeah, looking forward to have you on again in the future, man.
Yeah. Hey, anybody going to Comic-Con on Friday? We're doing a panel about the art of Marvel Snap. Our art director, Jamar Kindred, is going to be there. Our art manager, Johnny Erner, is going to be there. And then we're going to have a bunch of real incredible artists from who work on Marvel Snap who are coming as well to talk about their process. And
Dan Hipp will be there, right?
Dan Hipp will be there. That's right. Yeah, you know what's up. Yeah, mm-hmm. I'm excited. I've never met him in person, so I'm super excited to meet him finally and gush about how much I love his art. And then there might be some spoilers too, so we'll see how it goes.
Ooh, maybe if you go to San Diego Comic-Con, maybe you get a little bit of spoilers, maybe get some leaks, some fun stuff like that.
Should be fun.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Well, Ben, until next time, man, we are super excited for the seasons to come and everything else to come. Thank you again for everything, and yeah,
thanks for inviting me.
Of course, man. Enjoy your time at Comic-Con. I hope that you're going to meet a lot of other cool people, other part of the community, everything like that, man.
Yep. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks so much, Ben. Peace. Watch that one too.